In the electrifying world of high-performance computing, two brands have long stood as titans on opposite sides of the ring: AMD and Intel. Their flagship CPUs, the AMD Ryzen 9 9950X and the Intel Core i9-14900K, have not only set new benchmarks for raw processing power, but have also shaped the way gamers, creators, and professionals experience technology. Whether you're building a cutting-edge gaming PC or a workstation for intensive creative workloads, the decision between these two processors is pivotal. This detailed comparison explores the nuances and distinctive strengths of AMD's and Intel's latest contenders, guiding you through specifications, performance, efficiency, compatibility, value, and enthusiast features. Specifications. Overview. The convergence of engineering excellence and raw computational muscle is evident in both the Ryzen 9 and Core i9. The AMD Ryzen 9 9950X, forged with AMD's Zen 5 architecture, delivers a formidable 16 cores and 32 threads, paired with a healthy cache, 80 megabytes combined L2 and L3, and a base boost clock range from 4.3 GHz to a potent 5.7 GHz. On the other hand, Intel's i9-14900K leverages its hybrid Raptor Lake refresh design, combining 8 performance P cores and 16 efficient E cores for a total of 24 cores, 32 threads. This standout strategy enables a flexible power envelope and reaches peak boost clocks up to 6 GHz. While AMD leans on core density and efficient architecture, Intel's hybrid layout drives single-threaded prowess and multitasking agility, each aligning with their respective vision for desktop dominance. Performance. Performance is where the rivalry gets fierce. The AMD Ryzen 9 9950X shines in multi-core applications. Content creators, 3D renderers, and heavy multitaskers will appreciate its ability to chew through video encoding and scientific workloads with impressive proficiency. AMD's architecture allows for seamless distribution of tasks across its plentiful cores, making it a favorite in scenarios where parallel computation matters most. In contrast, Intel's Core i9-14900K is the go-to for raw, single-core power. Its aggressive boost clocks and robust IPC, instructions per clock, push gaming to new heights, particularly at lower resolutions where CPU bottlenecking can occur. The i9's structure, combined with high clock speeds, gives it the edge in games and single-threaded tasks, which still dominate many real-world applications. For users who demand the best frame rates or work in environments where immediate responsiveness is critical, Intel's flagship is hard to beat. Yet, the gulf between these processors in practical terms is narrower than ever. Both handle modern AAA games and professional creative suites with ease, and unless you are benchmarking or counting seconds on heavy renders, the experience is top tier on either side. Power consumption and efficiency. The fierce competition between AMD and Intel has not only been about speed, but also about how efficiently that speed is delivered. AMD's Ryzen 9 9950X puts an emphasis on power efficiency, achieving high performance while drawing less power, especially under sustained multi-core workloads. This means less heat, quieter system operation, and the potential for smaller or more cost-effective cooling solutions. For professionals running lengthy, resource-hungry processes, this translates to lower operating costs and a cooler working environment. Intel's i9-14900K, while undeniably powerful, often draws more power to maintain its high turbo boost frequencies. The peak power draw can be significant, particularly during intense workloads or overclocking sessions. While Intel's underlying architecture manages to control thermals effectively, users should be prepared to invest in premium cooling and possibly higher wattage power supplies to extract the processor's full potential. Efficiency differences may seem minor day to day, but become relevant over time or in tightly packed workspaces. Compatibility and platform. Choosing between top-tier CPUs involves more than just the processors themselves. They anchor distinct platforms with unique ecosystems and forward compatibility considerations. The AMD Ryzen 9 9950X operates on AMD's new AM5 platform, which fully embraces modern standards such as PCIe 5.0 and DDR5 memory. AMD has a reputation for supporting its platforms across multiple generations, so the AM5 socket is likely to offer upgradability for years to come, which can be a major plus for users planning incremental system enhancements. Intel's Core i9-14900K, meanwhile, utilizes the LGA 1700 platform. Its signature advantage lies in flexibility. It supports both DDR4 and DDR5 memory, making it accessible to those looking to migrate older components, especially memory, into their new builds. However, Intel's historical cadence of more frequent socket changes and tighter platform lifespans could mean fewer future CPU upgrade paths without swapping motherboards. For system builders, the choice may come down to immediate compatibility needs versus long-term upgrade goals. Price and value. In any flagship CPU showdown, price versus value becomes a pivotal factor. At launch, and as of July 2025, the AMD Ryzen 9 9950X commands a premium price, typically around $600 or more, reflecting its capabilities in multitasking and professional workloads. For content creators and professionals whose livelihoods depend on shaving minutes or hours off render times, the investment often pays tangible dividends. Intel's Core i9-14900K usually comes in at a lower price point, hovering in the mid-$400 range. This makes it attractive for high-end gamers and advanced users who desire premium performance but want to keep costs in check. When price is weighed directly against performance, particularly for gaming and single-thread work, Intel's offering often gives more bang for the buck for those specific scenarios. Nevertheless, the true value of either processor depends on how they're leveraged. For people whose workloads are uniquely tailored to maximize multi-threaded throughput, the Ryzen 9 offers unmatched productivity per dollar. For those interested primarily in gaming or a mix of everyday tasks, the Core i9-14900K might represent the smarter buy. Overclocking and enthusiast features. Overclocking features distinguish flagship CPUs as not only tools of productivity, but also canvases for enthusiasts to push the limits. Both the Ryzen 9 9950X and Core i9-14900K are unlocked processors capable of being tuned far beyond their factory settings. Intel, with many generations of fine-grained overclocking features, often leads in user-friendly tools and nuanced options within its motherboard BIOS setups. Features like per-core tuning, XMP profiles for memory, and automatic voltage scaling appeal to those who love to experiment. AMD's approach to overclocking remains robust, with excellent power efficiency providing more thermal headroom for sustained overclocks, provided the right cooling solution is in place. Users can access features like Precision Boost Overdrive and Curve Optimizer for safe, smart overclocking. While Intel might have more advanced tools overall, AMD's combination of efficiency and performance allows for enviably stable all-core boosts when conditions are right. Ports, PCIe lanes, connectivity, and motherboard features tend to scale similarly at the high end for both platforms, so most enthusiasts will find ample room to build their dream machine regardless of the chip they choose. Best use cases. Understanding where each CPU excels can help crystallize the decision process. The AMD Ryzen 9 is tailor-made for content creators, developers, and professionals whose applications take full advantage of parallel processing. Video editors dealing with high-resolution footage, 3D artists running render farms, and even AI researchers working with local datasets will find the multi-core horsepower indispensable. Gamers, competitive streamers, and users primarily focused on real-time tasks will benefit more from Intel's i9-14900K, thanks to its edge in single-threaded performance and ultra-high boost clocks. The gaming experience will be smoother, especially at high refresh rates where CPU performance directly influences frame output. Essentially, if your primary workload is grinding through massive spreadsheets, number crunching, or high-end workstation tasks, AMD's Ryzen 9 is a natural fit. If absolute frame rate in games and minimal system latency take precedence, Intel's Core i9 delivers the goods. So which is better? The rivalry between AMD Ryzen 9 and Intel Core i9 is not merely about top-ranking benchmarks, but about aligning cutting-edge silicon with your computing priorities. AMD's Ryzen 9 9950X embodies the ideal of relentless multi-core power, underpinned by architectural innovation and the promise of efficient, scalable performance. Perfect for professionals at the peak of content creation and computational workloads. Intel's Core i9 14900K, meanwhile, stands out as the champion for gaming and single-core excellence, combining value, platform flexibility, and tunable enthusiast appeal into one formidable package. Ultimately, the right choice depends on knowing your workload, your ambitions, and your budgetary leeway. Both CPUs ensure that whichever camp you choose, you're accessing the technological frontier, where computing dreams are made real, frame by thrilling frame, and render by lightning-fast render.